Hello and welcome to Does It Go Horror, and I recently watched the Borderlands movie. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I've never been a huge fan of this franchise myself. I just never really got that much into these games. I only spent like a couple hours into them, and after that I just kind of quit. Like, I don't know what it is about these games. The humor's just not for me, the gameplay's not that engaging to me. But I was really hoping that maybe the movie could possibly make me a fan. But then seeing more details about the movie, especially the trailers, and also knowing that the movie is directed by Eli Roth, was the perfect recipe to disaster. But after watching it, I was pleasantly surprised that I actually enjoyed this movie. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. This shit was a fucking disaster. It's a similar case like the Harold and the Purple Crayon movie, which I also reviewed pretty recently, and boy, some of the comments in that video are downright fucking ridiculous. People actually defending this movie is fucking insane to me. Never in my life have I seen people so hardcore in defending such a bullshit kids movie. But what I'm trying to say that there's kind of a similarity between Borderlands and Harold is that both movies are striving to be a specific thing, but by the end pretty much end up being absolutely fucking nothing. Specifically, Borderlands is trying to be a Guardians of the Galaxy-like movie. Boy, does this shit fail in doing even that. I'm even finding it really hard to find anything to talk about this movie, because just like with Harold, this movie is an utter fucking disaster in every sense of the word. It's not funny, the acting is fucking terrible, the special effects look actually dog shit. Even though I didn't really expect much from this movie, I didn't expect it to look this bad. Directing is all over the place. This film is just entirely chaotic in all the wrong ways. First, let's talk about our characters, which by the way was the first controversial thing about the movie, even before we saw a trailer. A lot of the people playing some of these characters are either too old or just don't physically fit the part to some of these characters. Kevin Hart's character in the video game is actually a really tall, huge fucking character, but here he's played by Kevin Hart. Some characters in the game that are actually younger are played by older actors and actresses. And again, I don't want to seem ageist, but it just doesn't fit well for a movie like this. Now again, I'm not somebody here to talk about the source material because I'm not a huge fan of these games. Maybe the fans to Borderlands will love this movie. I don't know, honestly. All these characters are flat. None of these characters are enjoyable. All their characteristics are either ones that we've seen in other movies before, done better in other movies, or they're just literal caricatures. These characters are nothing. They're flat. They're boring. They have no real motivations. And by the end of the movie, where they really want me to care about these characters, I don't give a shit. The only two highlights in this movie is one, Claptrap, who's played by Jack Black, and the actress that plays Tiny Tina. Those two are like the only ones in the movie that are actually bringing something to this. It's not good, but at least they're trying. And the story is so fucking unnecessarily confusing. Like, I thought Borderlands was about fucking bounty hunters and treasure hunters. Here, just like a fucking whole phoenix god of this fucking planet. I don't fucking know. Is this part of the games? Somebody actually needs to tell me. As somebody that is not completely familiarized with Borderlands, can somebody please confirm to me if what happens in this movie, especially with one character, is this actually how it plays out in the games? I need somebody to literally fucking tell me if this is how it actually goes in the actual games, because for what I saw, this seems even out of left field for Borderlands. Now let's obviously talk about the comedy, the humor of the film, which this movie has absolutely none. I mean, it does, but none of it is funny. None of the jokes land. They're all fucking stupid. And let me say this is a movie that clearly wanted to be R-rated so fucking bad. I swear to God to you guys, this movie constantly is trying to tiptoe around the fact that it wants to be an R-rated movie, but is stuck being a PG-13 movie. This movie is so insufferably unfunny. I actually groaned at a lot of the jokes and gags in this movie because they're just so fucking annoying and stupid. Claptrap is quite literally one of the most annoying characters in the movie, in a film filled with so many annoying characters. And I love Jack Black, and the fact that this is what they do with him in this is actually fucking sad. And Eli Roth's directing is no fucking help to this. This guy is honestly, in my personal opinion, one of the worst directors working today. This dude just takes anything and turns it into bullshit. I'm not fucking kidding. Eli Roth is one of the biggest fucking frauds in the industry. And this movie has no sauce. It's so sauceless. Borderlands is not only known for its humor and its gameplay, but it's also known for its distinct art style. Its art direction is what makes Borderlands so unique to other looter shooters or first-person shooters in general. So the fact that this movie looks as bland bland as it is, and it doesn't even fucking try to even replicate the actual art direction of the games, is a fucking crime in and of itself. I guess if I could come up with another small positive, and this is one that is very much teetering and also being a fucking negative, if I'm being completely honest, is the action sequences. There's a couple of action sequences here and there that I actually thought were kind of fun, or at least slightly entertaining, but not many. A lot of the action sequences in this movie are still very flat, they're very badly directed. Just because you made 1 or 2 action sequences that looked alright doesn't save the fact that this movie is utter fucking shit. And what I'm about to say might seem an exaggeration, but I'm not kidding when I'm saying this. This movie was so fucking boring that I legitimately almost fell asleep watching this. There's very rarely a time when I'm watching a movie, especially in the theater, where I will be nearing falling asleep. That's just not something that commonly happens with me because I want to pay as much attention to the movie. I'm seriously not kidding when I say that there was a split second where I was watching this movie and I was slowly kinda, and then I would wake up again. I would literally almost zone out to almost fall asleep watching this shit. So it's really no surprise the rating I'm gonna give this film. Borderlands can go eat shit. This film is agonizingly boring, it's fucking stupid as shit, it's unfunny, it's horribly directed, and it is a waste of fucking time. I do not recommend this at all. If you're gonna avoid 2 movies in the movie theater right now, it's definitely Harold and this shit too. I don't know, go fucking watch Inside Out 2 again. But thank you so much for watching. What do you think of Borderlands? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or were you just kind of in the middle? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think about it. And like always, good day, good night, and stay safe.